This is a quick demo of one of the new features in Dapper 233. So you can see I have my X7 plugged in and I have the card set up so I have music inside of a music folder, and I have the same thing here on my SD card. But one of the things that you'll notice is that on my SD card I have certain special characters in the file name. So for example in Beyonce or Blue Oyster Cult. So for some people, this doesn't work very well, and their dApps are unable to handle those special characters. And what would typically happen is you could go ahead into the settings on Dapper, and you could go to utilities, and you could choose to remove special characters. And depending on how aggressive you want it to be, you could have it remove a lot of those. The problem was what it would do is then realize, for example, that this here should be Beyonce without an E, or I should say with a standard E. And what it would do is it would delete this folder and everything in it, and then would recopy it over into a folder without the accent on the E. What happens now is if you change this setting, or if you change the customization of where the music is stored, Dapper will understand that and give you this dialog to say, instead of deleting everything and copying it over, what it's going to do is it's going to check the file sizes inside of iTunes and compare those to the file sizes that are on your SD card. Now, make sure that you have synchronized your entire library before you do this. But if you do, you can then click on yes and go. Now what Dapper is going to do is it's going to scan my iTunes, it's going to look at all the songs, and it's going to specifically look at how big they are. Then it'll go ahead and scan the DApp. It'll look at all the songs there and look at how big they are. And then not based on the characters that are in the file name, etc., but based on the file size, it will decide whether it should delete the song and copy it over, or whether it can simply move the song on the card. So I'm going to highlight a different directory here because I know that one's going to go away. Now what it's doing is it's reconciling. It's looking at the songs inside of iTunes, and it's looking at the songs on the card and figuring out which are actual matches. And the result of this, 85 megs is going to be copied, so there are some things that can't be changed, but 47 gigs will actually be renamed. And if I say show me, you'll notice here that it's removing some funky characters. So for example, here it's going to remove the parentheses. Here it's going to remove the and sign. And you can scroll down and see all of the changes it's going to make. It's going to remove here an Angelique Kidjo. It's going to remove the accent, and so on it goes. So in this particular case, it's going to make some changes. Some of them that it couldn't automatically figure out, it's going to go ahead and copy manually and delete manually, but you'll notice that there's now a massive difference. 47 gigabytes will be renamed instead of done again. So I'm going to go ahead and click on continue. You'll see that it's moving these files, renaming them, and instead of this once again taking what would be hours, it's simply going to take a couple of minutes.